So we're going to do a single hand review here. Let me retitle this. So this is a single hand review. There was nobody on when it happened. This was just past midnight on the whatchamacallit, on the 23rd. So I guess it was the 22nd when I started playing. It was about 20 minutes after midnight, and I had been grinding. I set the stream record for number of blinds captured on a cash game, and ended up crossing over the 1,000. And I wanted to review the last hand because it wasn't the easiest thing in the world. I had to really think about it, but we're going to go ahead and review the hand, and you're going to get to see, because nobody was there at the time, you're going to get to see how it went down, what happened, and maybe we'll show a little bit of my reaction, but it happens on this table right here, and we're just going to go through it. So let me move this up. All right. There we go. So this is a 10-20, and like I said, it's late, and there had been a lot of weird limping going on, especially from this player under the gun. So you're going to see that's why I went with what I was doing here. Like, I'm basically grimacing because of this limping strategy this player has. They would end up with a lot of good hands that they had limped that needed improvement. Ace kings, ace queens, king queens, things like that. So it was very difficult to play against.
Flop straight on a flushed board. Full pot.
So this is basically the giveaway. Player limping under the gun, betting the full pot here. Obviously, nobody's doing this with a flush. I reasoned that out at the time. My only problem is, what is his equity? You know what I'm saying? So, like, does he have spades here a lot? Does he have the ace of spades a lot? And the thing is, versus this player, he absolutely could. So I just decided I wanted to just call it and go from there.
Well, I doubt he's betting a flush that way. I have two Jack-9 straights, or Jack-high straights. I mean, is King-Jack a thing?
That's an interesting question to ask. Because of this player, I was thinking about the fact that he could have King-Jack having limped it under the gun. But then again, I saw this player. I didn't see him doing that. King-Queen was kind of the floor. So I was waiting for the turn bet to tell me what happened. The main reason why that turn sucks is that it kills action for hands like King Queen, unless the guy has the King of Spades. But it's interesting the way that it goes down. So you'll see here.
He's seriously going pot, pot, pot. I mean, he limped. Fuck it.
And that's the thing. Reasoning out that he limped and he's going to go pot, pot, pot at it anyway, this has to be a pair. And I figure the worst case scenario, this is the ace-jack with the ace of spades, and I just have to fade the world. And it actually works out really well for me, as you're going to see.
Nice!
On the flush board. On the flush board. There it is. 1001.24. And yeah, it took 60 episodes. We got it done and all like that. And I'll show you guys my reaction. It was really, honestly, I had gotten in this session an hour earlier, maybe an hour and a half. I had gotten it up to 999.32 or 33. And then I took a bad beat and I just, boom, I throttled back down like, $15. And I actually ended up going back down to 950. And I decided I'm just not going to stop tonight. As long as there's games going, I'm going to keep going and try to finish. And I'm really glad I pushed through, just because it would have been a really big monkey on my back to cross over the number. But you'll see me realize here that I actually did it. That's it. That's it. I did it. I did it. Oh, I did it. Look at this. I got the nuts over here. Yeah, I ended up with the nut flush draw on another, or the nut flush on another table. I just bet it to end the session. That's basically. It. That's it. Oh, baby. I know, like, I was sitting here looking at it for the longest time, and I was within so close. It was in 67 cents. And here it is. And you can see the balance right here. I can take this stupid fucking balance window off. Look at that. 60 episodes. 60 days of cash play. Now, I went back and looked and at the history of the cash play, like I always started them, cash game challenge, bankroll starting here. I went back and looked. I actually went in the first 5 days. I went from 100 to 300, and then spent the next 33, I think, episodes just bouncing between 300 and 400, not really getting anywhere. And then I took a break, and I remember at the time going back and reviewing some spots that I had seen over the past week, and then I went back further and further, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm getting too much money in here, I'm doing too much, these are tournament adjustments I'm not making. So I started calling more and more, and started realizing, holy shit, I'm fucking this up. So then from about episode 40, I started making those adjustments, and if you go back and look at the playlist, you can see starting bankroll 300, and then it, like, at episode 40 it goes to like 350, 38, 410, 560, 660, 780, and it just goes boom, 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 like right up. And so I feel like if I had made those adjustments, I could have shaved 30 days off the challenge pretty easily. Like, I really think it only should have taken me probably 30 sessions of play, but in all honesty, playing on WSOP is a much different crowd than playing on ACR. I haven't played cash games as much as I, should have or could have, and it was a challenge, and there was a lot of things to it. So I'm fine with it, doing it in 60 days. I think it proves a point that it can be done. And this is 90% of this is, well, probably like 95% of this is 10 and L. I only pulled like, I think 3 double ups from a 20 and L table. One of them was the last one, because the 20 and L 9 max just weren't going, and I didn't want to add 6 max, and I didn't want to add tournaments until I hit the 1K, because I wanted it to be an achievable thing playing 10 and L, because I knew it was possible, and people were saying that it wasn't, and it's just not for rake, but just because it's so inconsistent and nobody folds and blah 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 and all this kind of stuff. Bullshit. People fold at the micros. It's you just got to convince them a little harder. Not everybody's just like, fuck it, that's a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? They will do it. So it worked out pretty well, and I wanted to make the announcement here that the next Cash Game Challenge, I'm working out now exactly how I want to do it, but it is to take this 1,000 on WSOP and get to 10,000. I'm not really going to put a time frame on it. Honestly, I don't know, but I do know that it will be easier to do than the 100 to 1,000. I know it seems insane. It's easier to win 9,000 than it is 900, but it really is, because I'm going to have tournaments at my disposal. I'm going to have sit and goes. I'm going to have 6 max. I'm basically going to integrate everything that I feel like playing at the time that I think makes the most money. I may even play some heads up, sit and goes or cash games, just depending. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm not really worried about it, because I'm also going to be basically following what I want to do when I want to do it. But here's the thing. When that number hits 10,000, I'm pretty much okay. Like, that gives me, a good bankroll and a couple of months in the bank for expenses. So that's really the idea here. This is the journey to get me, back on my feet without any help from my family, at least for a limited amount of time, because I'll be able to, pay my own bills and, not have to worry about it. So that's really the focus of the next challenge, the 1K to 10K. All the while, I'm going to be playing tournaments on ACR as well. So you're going to see this challenge in congruence with me playing ACR. There'll be days where I'll be playing tournaments, and I'll be playing on both ACR and WSOP at the same time. I don't really want to make the ACR bankroll a part of this. I think that's just going to be its own thing. Because we've played with WSOP, and it is a closed. It's an interesting thing because it is a closed player pool. It's just, it's Nevada, it's Delaware, it's New Jersey, and I think Philadelphia is the other one, or Pennsylvania, one of those two. And that's it. And so it's a very small player pool, and the point of these challenges is to show that it's still doable if you commit, put in the time, make the proper adjustments, and you can do it. So that's the next challenge. On to the next one. I just wanted to review this one hand for you guys, let you know. Keep an eye out. We'll start the next challenge within the next week or so. But until then, I'm going to play some tournaments on ACR, chill, and I'm going to edit some footage and put out a nice Jedi mind trick about this challenge. And this was fun. Actually, every single hand of this challenge, from $100 to $1,000, is posted on YouTube under the playlist WSOP Challenge 100 to 1K. You can watch every single hand and see how it was done. I would skip from episode 8 to episode 30 because I'm basically just making the same mistake over and over and over again, and I realize that and then correct it. But from about episode 1 to 8 to in episodes 40 to 60, I think right there is where we really saw the meat of it. And it's not like I ran well. I just kind of went through it. And there were some losing days, even in those, ones on the ends, the 1 through 8 and 40 through 60. There were some losing days. But yeah, it's very doable. Felt really good about it. And yeah, so thanks you guys for checking it out. If you see this on YouTube, give it a like. And I will see you guys soon. Have a great day.